What's going on, guys? It's Kai here, back with another episode of the Colony Survival Let's Play. Today we're going to be looking to just expand a little bit more, and hopefully we're going to get to the time where zombies start spawning, and we'll get up some good defenses and see what happens. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so last time we left off, I had just finished the longhouse and the shed and the other shed, I guess. And so what am I looking forward to doing right now? I need to get mud bricks done. I kind of used up the entire supply of planks, and I would like to get wheat farming done as well. So let's see, what does the colony inventory look like? We don't have okay, we've got plenty of logs, but we don't have any planks. And I need to get a miner on some clay, desperately, I think. No, I have one, I just don't have it recruited. Alright, since we have a surplus of points, I'm gonna do that real quick. Not points, meals. But that should be all taken care of now, which is nice. So we should start getting some clay up. And now I've got a smelter, and the smelter's gonna start going. I've got 3 people working on planks, so we should get those ready soon. And yeah, we've got plenty of... So one of the nice things that, I don't know if y'all know this, but at the beginning of each day there's usually going to be a stockpile of berries saved up, because how the berry workers actually do their stuff is they collect berries and they don't make the berry meal. Like, they keep the berries in their inventory until they have 7 berries specifically in their inventory, I believe. It might be 6, not too sure, but once they get those, they then make the berry meal on their own. And so at the end of the day, whenever they don't have enough, they just throw it all into the storage bin. And so I've seen like up to an excess of like 40 or 50 berries in here. And then at the beginning of the day, they usually make 4 or 5 meals, so you don't really have to worry about it a whole ton. But, you know, it's usually good to keep track of. But I think I'm going to get back to you once I'm able to research those, and I will be right back. Alright, so I just got wheat farming. It's pretty expensive, but I had a lot of people working on the planks, so that was pretty nice. And now we just gotta wait for the mud bricks, because I need to start building a wall desperately before I research the merchant's hub, because the merchant's hub is gonna start spawning monsters, and I can't have them coming from every direction because that's just too much to cover. So I have to figure out how to make a wall. And yeah, so I'm just gonna wait for that to get researched, and then I'm gonna have to wait for a metric crap ton of mud bricks to get made, but I'll be back whenever that's done. Alright, so while I was off screen, I did a little bit of terraforming, just because whenever I build this wall, it's going to be a pain in the butt to keep it all flat and everything like that. And so just try to make that job a little bit easier. If we check here, not there, here, we're almost to being able to research mud bricks. So that's nice, just need them to walk back to their storage box and that will be good. And then we'll have to wait for the smelter to start making, there we go. Alright, and so now if we go over to the smelter that I have over here, he should start making mud bricks. I'm gonna put those at a higher priority for now, and I need to have like all of them. I'll probably make another smelter, but I'll do that while I'm waiting. And I'm probably gonna need to expand the food, so I'm gonna expand it farther this way, because just why not? Because I've got plenty of flat space over here. So I'll be back once I have enough mud bricks to make a wall, and this wall is not going to be anything special for now, because I just don't have the resources stockpiled to be able to make it look like an actual castle wall. And so it's probably just going to be a too high wall until I'm going to start adding on to it every single episode, because I'm not going to be happy with it, much less you guys. And so eventually it'll turn into a massive castle wall, and I'll be really proud of it. But until then, it's just going to be a too high little brick wall just to hoard the monsters into 2 areas so that my slingers can take care of them properly. But yeah, I'll be back once I get enough mud bricks to start building, and yep, see you in a sec. In the meantime, I decided to start expanding the longhouse underground, because I knew that was going to have to happen eventually, because I don't have a lot of building materials yet. But once that all gets handled, I'll end up decorating this underside part because this place is going to be ugly as hell, and I don't want to make colonists live here because that's just rude. But eventually I'll be decorating this as well. I'll probably line the walls with mud bricks and maybe the roof as well. I'll figure out some way to make it look nice because I wouldn't want to live here, so I'm not going to make them live here for very long. But after adding the 5 beds to accommodate for the colonists that I made, I'm just going to expand it like this for now, a little cellar. But I made a little staircase in the corner of the longhouse to get down to ground floor, and just because we're out of room. But it's only been like a quarter of a day since I left you. But I added 4 more berries and I added some wheat for now. And that torch and that torch are the end of the banner area. And so what this area means is that monsters can spawn outside of it. So that's where I'm going to make the wall, because that gives us the most like livable quote-unquote area to live in. And so I'm eventually going to need to find the center spot for this, but that is a challenge for a later day because I'm not in the mood for counting, because it's pretty early for me right now. So yeah, we'll do something like this just the whole way across. And what I'm looking to have is okay, so that's west, it seems. Oh, I hate that because it doesn't align with the axis of the blocks. Okay, so I'm gonna say that this direction is west. So, oh my goodness. Okay, well I'm already out of mud bricks, so that's cool. So that'll be the north entrance and that'll be the south entrance. I had to go through the never eat sour watermelons in my head, or never eat soggy worms, or whatever you got, whatever analogy you all had. But I had to figure that out. But yeah, this is gonna take like 250 at least mud bricks. And then I have to figure out which spot is the center so that I can put the slingers in the right spot with the right distance. So this is gonna take me like a hot second, maybe even 2 hot seconds to get done. But we should be good for meals. We've got 2 smelters and like 4 miners going, so that should be pretty efficient. We've got the forester still going. I might need to make another one of him at some point soon. But yep, I'll get back to you whenever the wall is finished, because this wall is gonna take me probably close to an hour to get done, if I had to guess, which is pretty fun. So I'll see you all on the flip side. Alrighty, so this should be the last of the wall. Barely can call it a wall, it's like a great value wall. So what I've got going on at each side is I've got a slinger 12 blocks away from the farthest they could see something, or farthest something could like get in. And so at the, I think it's the north side, we've got that going on. At the south side I've got this. The reason that I have that like extra bit of wall on the other side is because I want to make sure that he has the like full amount of time to kill them before they actually get to him. To start off, they're like super like pushover easy to kill. The zombies are. They take like 1 hit. It's not too bad. And like maybe 10-15 of them spawn a night. So not too bad. I've got like a huge excess of meals, and so I need to start recruiting people, because I would like to start building some more stuff. So I'm gonna come over here and make a logger, and I expanded down there a little bit more, or not a logger, a wood chopper. But what I want to do is I have a lot of space over in that general direction, so I'd like to make something in this area that can house a large amount of jobs like those. It'll probably be in a similar fashion to the longhouse. It's probably going to look identical to the longhouse, probably, because I can have like rows of job blocks set up where the beds are, And this could house probably like, let's see. I think there's like 12 beds along this row, maybe a little bit more. So divide that by 2. 6 rows of different things. So I can make like a lot of jobs with that. That should hold me for the foreseeable future. But that should be pretty nice. I might as well get the floor plan for that laid out. It's gonna be like the exact same thing as that, so I'm gonna have it start behind here. Let's see. I think that I am gonna make it a little bit wider, because then I can have their boxes in the middle of the row. So I'm gonna add 1 more on each end. Alright. Right, yeah, cool. And that's about as long as I want to make it, because I don't want it to expand past the center point, because the symmetry in my head will make me want to cry. Alright, cool. Alright, so that's that laid out. I'm not going to be able to get to that for a while. But for now, I'm going to, once it hits daytime, I'm going to research the Merchant's Hub, which is going to start them to spawn. I might as well recruit all those people now, shouldn't I? If I can go to the right tab. There we go. I feel like there were other things that I need. I have like a lot of things that are stockpiled up in here. I expanded down here a little bit. I also discovered something that's pretty interesting. This was just because I mined too far this way. Zombies can and will spawn underground. So watch out for that. Because if you mine too far one way, they can spawn inside your mines and get up behind your people. But one thing I discovered is that down here, you see that darker area, that means that zombies can spawn. So I think that once you mine down far enough, zombies can start spawning, which is not exactly the most fun. I was just mining down here to see if there were any other ores I could find easily, but it seems like I can't find them easily if there are any. Yeah, back up to the top. I'm gonna do some more expanding. I might as well, like, there's nothing stopping me from plopping down jobs in here right now. So I think I might as well start doing that. Alright, I wanted these to go right here. Optimization. Wrong spot. There we go. Okay. I didn't want a forester. Not a forester. I want a log chopper guy right there. Alright. So it's 5 more. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna recruit all those right now, because that should give it, yep, that gives us the threat level. And so now at night, a very, very small amount of zombies should spawn. I'm pretty sure that we can take care of all of those colonists with the amount of food that we're putting out. I might make another wheat field just in case on the other side. I'm probably gonna do that. I'm gonna set this guy up to focus a little bit more on crates. I want his sole focus to be sling bullets. Don't need that many. Sure. And the slinger guard. Yeah, I don't want him working on any job blocks, because I've got people over there that are working on those. I'll allow him to work on the wheat gruel. I also love that change that they made with the wheat gruel, and I'll just have that guy be on the basic settings. But with the wheat gruel, it's so nice, because most of the time, whenever you unlock wheat in the beginning, it was essentially useless to you, almost entirely because whenever you would do stuff with it, you couldn't do anything with it. You'd have to take it through like 6 different steps just for it to be usable. And they changed that with the addition of wheat gruel, which was so nice. So I'm just gonna make this the exact same size as this guy. Bam. Alright. So that should be hopefully enough food for that. I'm gonna recruit him. And part of me is debating recruiting more slingers, but I really don't think that I need to. I'm gonna research the merchant sub anyways. I don't see why I shouldn't. Yeah, you see now each thing increases monster threat by a lot. So I'm pretty low on copper ingots, so I'm gonna... I guess I can make gold ingots now too, but... I'm gonna put these back down to 2 just so that people start working on them, because I don't need a surplus of mud bricks anymore. They'll work on those whenever they get through that surplus of copper that we have. Why do I have such a little amount of firewood? I need to get them on that. Gonna up that to 150. Just because I need them to start getting through it, because the smelters go through firewood as their additional. I wish that I could speak English. As their additional. What's the word? Additional resources they put into it, yeah. I could probably add some more berry farmers if the food starts to have a net loss throughout the days. I'll keep an eye on that. Hopefully, maybe. Who knows? Okay, so you've got a 12.1 threat level. Part of me, you know, I'm gonna need them eventually, so I don't see why not if I have the numbers. I don't see why I shouldn't. I'll definitely have to make more berry farmers after this, but I'm gonna put 3. I'm gonna end up moving those guys eventually, because I would like them to be able to be on like ramparts, I think is the word, or just something that they can shoot off of as the zombies, you know, kind of like walk up from the edges, like sitting on top of these walls. But that's something for whenever I don't have a great value version of a wall that isn't like actually garbage. But I'm feeling a little bit more safe now, so I'm gonna recruit all of them. It must be so annoying for the night guards that sleep in here to just have to deal with incessant noise. But I'm gonna get on top of the wall and see what's going on. I might, if there's a sling, yeah, I'm gonna take a sling. Yeah, and I'm gonna take a thing of these, just if they end up needing help. A good way to test if there is any more entrances is if you have only 2 entrances that you think are supposed to be the only ones. What you can do is you can kind of like block them off, and if you see like a red like text in your either your colony tab or up in the upper right that says something along the lines of siege mode activated, that means that nothing can get in. But the downside of that is that you consume food at you consume food at a 200% rate, I believe, whenever you're in that. He just honestly a little bit scared me. I'm kind of disappointed in myself for getting scared by that, but I did. Cold-faced killers right there. Yeah, just one shot. Yeah, it doesn't look like tonight there's much to worry about. Only 1 zombie has spawned so far. Make that 2. He doesn't even know what's gonna happen to him. I love the ragdoll physics that they have too. Like, look at him. It's like the Family Guy dead pose. I love that for him. But yeah, so my biggest tip for whenever you actually make your own defenses is to limit it to either 1 or 2 entrances, depending on what you want or like how the land is around you. Because for me, this is just kind of an entrance that doesn't really hold a lot of value. But over there, there's a lot of land on that side, and I might want to expand to that through farming eventually. And so being able to defend that entrance and have it open... What is that guy doing all the way down there?
Hello, how are you? I am under the water. Please help me. Here too much raining.
Gone. Yeah, pretty sure I can hit them too, right? Yep. Cool. But yeah, so that's pretty good news. Our defenses do in fact work really well, which I'm glad to hear. So the next thing that I need to do is what? What do I need to do next? I can get water pumping. The next thing that I'm going to want to get is the anvil. But I also need leather. And how do I get leather? I think I have to trade with the... No, the tanner. How do I get an animal carcass, though? That's what I want to know. This is a new job to me, so I'm gonna be learning as you guys do as well. That's crazy. Okay. Well, they've added a lot of stuff that I'm unfamiliar with. But I think given that everything is going swell and that I've got a while until I can actually do anything with this thing, that I'm going to call the episode there. I think it was really productive. I'm going to wait until these guys start making the wood flooring until I tidy this place up, because otherwise it'll take a really long time to get all the planks, and I don't feel like doing that. But given that everything is going really well, I think I'm just going to call it here. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, maybe subscribe if you feel like it. Don't feel pressured. But otherwise, I hope you guys have a great day. See you on the next time.